very next performance upgrade would be to mount the 11.75 rotors. Only about 0.8 of an inch difference in diameter, but since you put all the mass on the outside material, of course, it's a heavier unit. This rotor has more mass than this one, therefore it can soak up more thermal energy, more of it, and also faster. All you have to do on a factory Mopar to change from 11-inch rotors to big rotors is to change small brackets to the big brackets, both pin and slider. There are small brackets and big brackets. Small brackets and big brackets. In general, this has been our performance upgrade on our Mopars. Now, this is using factory components. Now, let's look at the aftermarket world. People doing these resto mods, really radical motors, radical cars, lots of dollars. Several people out there that have products for this market. All right, let's look at really upgrading our Mopar brakes. A lot of these big rotor kits out there, made by Bear, several different people. These are 1 inch thick. This is 1 1/4 inch rotor. It is 14 inches. This is off Mopar SRT8. It's 14 inches. It's 1 1/4 inch thick. Quite a difference, my friends. Yes, you can buy a front rotor kit and all this outfit for, one of these top of the line outfits. You spend $3,000 on the front end. Well, what do you gain other than being able to talk noise at the drive-in? Well, let's think about it. Put this big old 14-inch rotor, 1 1/4 inch wide. It's missing the hub. This rotor, 26 pounds. This big old giant rotor is 26 pounds. This typical size is used on the Supreme Performance Ford, Mopar AMGs, some exotic cars, and of course, in order to mount this big rotor, you've got to have a complete custom front end by one of the manufacturers. It's extremely expensive. And after you've spent $3,000 or $4,000 on changing out your brakes to get your big rotors, then you have to spend a bucket load, $3,000 or $4,000 for custom wheels and tires, because the only thing gonna fit over this is like an 18, 19-inch wheel. Remember now, and with those systems, you're going to get these fancy multi-piston calipers that have colors on them, and, well, they just look cool. It looks cool. Granted, it looks cool, but does it offer any more performance? Let's back up. Hydraulic force, mass, and coefficient of friction. Hydraulic force, mass, and a coefficient of friction. Used to, in the old days, we just had these soft factory pads. Then we moved into semi-metallics, and now we have these super hard ceramic pads. They make them for these too now, ceramic pads. And the coefficient of friction is extremely high. Therefore, we're driving up our efficiency even more. So what did we learn from the beginning? Well, these have more force than multi-piston calipers. This will outperform those high-dollar multi-piston calipers. In general, this will outperform. That's just simple physics. This rotor comes in at, what we say, 26 pounds. All right, there you go. And then that wheel combination. So what's all said and done, one of those fancy brake systems, front and rear and tires and wheels, you got $8,000 sunk into this thing. I don't have that kind of money. Okay, now, the ultimate factory upgrade. Oh, now I talked about the 1175 rotors. These are factory rotors from your auto parts store. These are my drilled and slotted 1175s. You can pay about $150 for these things, and you can get these beautiful things for $2.25 for the pair. All right, moving on. What about if we want to mount the most powerful braking system on the front of our Mopar and not break the budget, not use Mickey Mouse parts, and do it absolutely correctly? Well, let me introduce you this rotor. This is my big dog rotor. I have it in two variations. For the through 72 small bearing style and the big spindle 73 and up spindle, heavy duty one. Here we go, my friends. We've got an 1175 rotor. Same diameter as that. This rotor is 1.25 inches wide. It's the same width as this one. This rotor will fit underneath any factory Mopar wheel 15 inches. It'll fit under any factory Mopar wheel or any other wheel on the planet Earth for that matter that's 15 inches or bigger. Kelsey Hayes did make large mouth, large pin calipers. Now we need some pin brackets. This is a factory pin bracket. I made the large pin brackets and I made the brackets for the big dog rotors. There's a little different design back here on the pedestals and the pads. A factory component. This special pin style caliper, very similar, extremely similar to the factory one, made in the USA, Ohio. Xenia Foundry, my friends, helped me out with all my cast iron projects. There you go, my friends. Here are the components necessary to run a big dog rotor system. Correct pin adapters. Correct factory calipers. Nothing exotic here. Rotors from me. Factory pads. Semi-metallic pads, or like, get you some ceramics. All right. Here we go. So now we know what works right, is the most powerful, is the least expensive. What did we say this big old rotor was going to cost us $3,000 for that get up for the front? 26 pounds. Wow. This big dog rotor's 27 and a half. Okay, there we go. So, this has more force than that fancy caliper. This rotor can absorb more thermal energy and faster than this one. Simple physics. You take this factory single piston design, this big dog rotor, and you equip this with top of the line ceramic pads, super high coefficient of friction. There's really nothing else on the planet that can match it in power. Not that I know of, not right off the top of my head. I don't know of any combination that can match the power. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed it. Wayne Brown here. Mopar brake expert, little bit of Ford. God bless you. God bless the USA. Look me up on the internet or give me a call, 817-691-5996. I'm the only one on the world that I know answer your question. I get calls all over the world all day long. All right, friends, happy Mopar, and thank you very much. Bye.